Project Lore, 10 Days of Night.
I'm just kind of roaming around the city of Havenshire, and I've noticed a little mailbox over here by this little joint, and it's got an exclamation on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and go over there and grab it. And the quest is called Abandoned Mail. Atop the mailbox are several illegible letters and scrolls. Useless. But perhaps you should check inside. Okay, I will. Gave me XP. And what else? I don't know. There's a note, and actually, interestingly enough, there's a penguin egg in this mailbox here, so I got a free little treat. I'll take that. So that'll be like a little pet that I get. But there's also a note from Dancel Adams in the name of the light. And this is from the High General Abendis from the Scarlet Lands. So let's see what this says. Okay, so we have a little letter here. To High General Abendis, New Avalon Scarlet Lands. Hi, General Abendis. It doesn't actually say that. It says Hi, General Abendis, but I just said it as if he was saying hello. I hope this letter finds you in good health. My name is Dancel Adams, hunter by trade. Pretty badass, huh? Scarlet Crusade by blood. I am writing this letter to inform you that I have witnessed a miracle. During a routine purging of heathens in the scourge-infested Plaguewood, my party and I were interrupted by a deafening screech coming from the sky. When we looked to the heavens towards Nexramus, our jaws dropped to the floor. I tell you this now, High General. 'Twas a sight not to be believed. The dread citadel was moving, slowly at first, and then with a thunderous roar, poof, it was gone. That's right, High General. Naxxramas is gone, no more. Could it be anything other than a miracle of the light? I say not. May it be that the impure, unkept barbarians are judged and sentenced next. Praise be the light. Please let our brothers and sisters know of this miracle, High General. May the light preserve you for all eternity so that you may spread the good word until the end of days. Respectfully, Dancel Adams, the closer. I don't know why I just read that whole thing, because it doesn't do anything for us. So those of you on the quests for the Death Knight, I don't really think you need to bother with that. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and head back to the floating Tower of Death Knights. I love it. When you run by the citizens or like the peasants, they scream in fear. One thing to note, and this is sort of a constant buff that you have in Havenshire, you have something called Undying Resolve. You are watched over and protected by the Lich King, and this can only occur every 10 minutes, but it's essentially a free res, so it's kind of cool. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and finish up Death's Challenge, but again, instead of PvPing it, which again I would do, and I'd probably do really well at, but because of my carpal tunnel, I'm not. So I'm going to go ahead and just challenge some initiates to a fight, and I'm going to beat them and finish the quest.
Make it quick. We will ravage this land.
I can't attack.
Toast. Easy done. Slow down, bro. I want to get in a fight with you. Fight this chick here.
Quick.
The chicks are usually a little easier than the dudes. I don't know if it's a size difference or what, but it's usually easier to take them out. Hit them with an icy shot. Do some plague stuff. Dude, I'm just so massive. All right, so one more Death Knight duel, and then we'll be done here. Come on, come on. And she's toast. So I go after the chicks as often as possible if you can. Again, chicks, easy. They go down quick. All right, cool. We're done with that Death's Challenge. Bitch hit me with a Plague Strike. What's she thinking? Don't mess with the bull. Don't mess with the wang. The big wang. It's me. I'm having fun here. By myself, of course. I'm sitting here in a room alone with you. Making fun of my wang. All right, so we have now finished that quest. I've turned it in. We went back to the Olrun, the Battle Caller, And we've gotten the Insignia of the Scourge, which is a trinket, which is cool. It removes all movement and parrying effects, which cause loss of control. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get back on one of these Scourge Griffins. We're going to go back up to Achius, or Acarus. We're going to grab, there was a quest up there that I didn't get. We're going to go ahead and grab that, and then we'll come back down. And it is so cool. It is just a big floating fortress in the air with a bunch of Death Knights in it. So now I'm in the Hall of Command, running past Darien Mograine. We're going to go over to Lord Thorval, who's chilling out, giving a speech to his folks here, to a bunch of disciples of the blood. Probably talking about how it's fun to kill people. And we'll get the quest from him. Oh, and this guy is also the trainer, the Death Knight trainer. So we'll go ahead and accept our quest, his quest, but first let's go ahead and get some training. Because I do now have 6 talent points that I can spend. And I think the way that they're doing talents for the Death Knight, because you do start at level 55, is that with each quest that you complete, you get like a talent point increase or something to that effect. I believe so. So I have 6 talent points to spend, and I want to do a little bit more offensive. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Blood. There are 3 different trees. There are Blood, Frost, and Unholy. I'm going to go into Blood. I'm going to put my first 2 points into Butchery. And that's, with 2 points, is whenever you kill an enemy that grants experience or honor, you generate up to 20 runic power. In addition, you generate 2 runic power per 5 seconds while in combat. So that's cool because the more runic power I have, the more offensive ability I have. And then we'll also do Subversion. This increases the critical strike chance of the Blood Strike, Heart Strike, and Obliterate by 3%, and reduces threat generated while in Blood or Unholy Presence by 8%. And just to let you know, I didn't probably say this before, the Death Knight has presences, sort of like stances for a warrior, and the current presence that I have, and the only presence that I have, is Blood Presence. And this one strengthens the Death Knight with the presence of blood, increasing damage by 15%, and healing the Death Knight by 2% of damage dealt. That's a nice little thing to have. And only damage dealt to targets that grant experience or honor can trigger this heal. So we're going to put 3 points in Subversion. So we have 1 more point to spare. Let's go ahead and put the final point into Two-Handed Weapon Specialization. That's only got 2 ranks anyways, and that increases the damage you deal with two-handed weapons by 2%. So we'll put our other point there. So now we'll get some training from Lord Thorval.
We will have our revenge.
He doesn't have any training for me, of course, because I'm only level 55. I haven't leveled yet. So until I get to level 56, he won't have anything for me. All right, so the quest that he's offering me is called the Power of Blood, Frost, and Unholy. Within the Hall of Command, you will find the schools of Blood, Frost, and Unholy. Each school has a trainer that can provide you with knowledge in the various dark arts. I, Lord Thorval, am the headmaster of the School of Blood. Lady Alistra reigns over Unholy, and the Archlich Amalthalzad holds dominion over Frost, and you must return here whenever you gain power and train. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And I just leveled, so now I can go ahead and seek training. Holy mackerel, there's a lot to get. So the first thing that he's offering me, dude, Thorval, you need to stop walking around, bro. I'm trying to train up with you, okay? You need to stay in one spot. This has got to be like some sort of glitch or something. Lord Thorval just does not want to stay in one spot.
I will listen for now.
Okay, so the first thing he's going to offer is Pestilence. We'll go ahead and train that up. He's also going to give us Death Strike and Raise Dead. Holy mother of goodness. I'm getting lots of attacks right away, which is kind of cool. So we're going to put our Raise Dead in there. We're going to put our Death Strike in there. What else do we got? And the Pestilence. All right, so we're ready to rock with those. All right, so now I'm going to go over to the Frost dude. Let's see if he has any training for me. Okay, so all these people offer the same training. You don't have to go to all 3 of them to get to the training for each of these different areas. You can just go to one guy and get it all. So now we're going to go back down to Death's Breach. So I want to go over some of the new abilities that we have here. We just picked up Blood Strike, which of course uses blood runes. And this instantly strikes the enemy, causing 50% weapon damage plus 45, and an additional 23 bonus damage per disease. So once I've done my icy hot touch and my plague strike on him, if I throw that thing down, that's going to do a ton of additional damage. We've also picked up Pestilence, which uses 1 blood rune. That causes 27 to 33 shadow damage to the target and all the targets within 10 yards. So this is an AoE, and it spreads any disease on the target to the additional targets. So if you've put 2 diseases on this guy that you're fighting and you hit this, any other targets in the area are not only going to get the damage from the shadow damage, but they're also going to get the disease damage as well. So this sort of seems like the Death Knight might be a little overpowered, but that's to be seen. Finally, we have Raise Dead, and this is awesome because it basically raises you essentially like a pet or something to fight by your side. But the coolest part of it that I'm learning is if you're in a party and a combatant or your friend dies next to you, you can res him as a ghoul, and he can then play at his keyboard. He can play as the ghoul. So I think that's totally awesome. So we go back to Prince Valar, and we'll see what kind of a option he has here for us. Gothic the Harvester. Chaos, Big Wang! The Crusader is in a frenzy. They have diverted all forces outside of New Avalon to set up a blockade at Light's Point, east of here. They are desperately trying to strip the Havenshire mine of all resources and load the cargo aboard the frigates they have docked on the coast. So we need to go speak with Gothic the Harvester at Death's Breach. All right, so we are now at Gothic the Harvester. We're going to complete this quest. All right. So Gothic the Harvester at Death's Breach has given you a gift of the Harvester to use on Scarlet Miners. So it would create 5 Scarlet Ghouls with the device and return the ghouls to Gothic. And he's going to give me a Soul Harvester's Charm, which is going to improve critical strike rating by 20, and it's going to give melee attacks which reduce you below 35% health, cause you to gain 90 parry rating for 10 seconds. So we are going to go and kick some booty on these miners. So essentially, he's going to give me the gift of the Harvester, which you can put in your toolbar there, and you just use this on the miner, and I guess it bestows the gift of the Harvester upon them, and they will then harvest shit, which will be awesome. So now I'm going over to the Havenshire mine, over to some miners. Where are these punk asses? They should be in the mine. Okay, so we found our first miner. Dude's tapping away at the rocks, thinks he's just gonna chill out. But no, we're gonna go ahead and bestow the gift on him. Which, okay, cool. Okay, now I am fighting his essence, I think. Or something to the... We're running slow. Something's going on here. I'm lagging big time. I am now fighting a Scarlet Ghost. And he's toast. And I looted his corpse. So we're good. Okay, I'm currently being beaten up by a couple of Scarlet Miners. So why don't I just take this advantage to go ahead and throw the gift of the Harvester on him. Boom. What's up now? Okay. One of them turned into a ghost and is trying to kick my ass. The other one turned into my ghoul, which I'm using now to kick its ass. Yes! Deliver! Alright, so Big Wang has a minion. He's now gonna get So, Continue on. Throw another harvester down there. Take out my toothpick that appeared out of nowhere. I don't even know how it got in my mouth. Let me just put that over here. Oh! Big shot to the testes. Oh, that was rad. Okay, so I used my AoE attack, and it jacked up this other Scarlet Miner. Alright, so how many of these boys do we have down? Okay, so we have one ghoul. Right now we're doing the gift that keeps on giving. We need to get 5 Scarlet Ghouls returned. We have 1, so let's continue. Okay, so this Death Knight can hit pretty hard, you know? When he really puts his back into it, he'll knock you out. And we got another ghost. So doing this quest, the gift that keeps on giving, it's not always going to give. A lot of times it's going to take time away from you. But it's fun, because you get to kick ass. You get to kick these Scarlet Ghosts' asses. All right, we got the 5 ghouls. So I'm now rolling around with 5 ghouls that all have pickaxes, because they were originally miners. And they are going to follow me back to the dude who gave me the quest so that I can get reward. In quests before, where you've had someone trailing behind you, getting on a mount has sometimes caused them to sort of run away. I'm going to test that and see if this works. I just got on my mount. Let's see if they follow. Yes, they do. So we're rolling. Okay, so when you go back to him, he doesn't actually have the yellow question mark. It's still grayed out. You just have to click on him, and then he'll destroy the ghouls and harvest them. All right, golden. So we're done. And he gave us the Soul Harvester's Charm, which we're now going to equip. Again, that's improves critical strike by 20. And melee attacks, which reduce you below 35% health, cause you to gain 90 parry rating for 10 seconds. Again, genius. Okay, so he is now giving me a quest. This is Gothic, the Harvester. And the quest is called An Attack of Opportunity. And we need to speak with Prince Volinar at Death's Reach once again. An Attack of Opportunity. Prince Volinar says, "You have served us well, Death Knight. Few of your brethren have survived our initial attack upon the Scarlet Interlopers. You remain as one of the strongest. East of us, past Havenshire Mine, is the coast called Light's Point by the Scarlet Crusade. 1,000 soldiers stand between us and the ships. Insurmountable? Hardly the point." Then we move on to another